boy's name was Emeka Udachukwu, born in a small town outside Enugu, Nigeria. His earliest memories weren't of toys or cartoons, but of the harsh sound of his mother coughing late at night and the empty silence that followed when food ran out before the month's end. His father, a bus driver, had died in a road accident when Emeka was only 5. From then on, life pressed him into responsibilities far heavier than his thin frame could carry. At 10, Emeka hawked pure water and roasted groundnuts at the motor park, dodging insults and swipes from impatient drivers. But amid the chaos, his eyes always wandered to the dusty patch of ground nearby, where older boys kicked around a tattered ball made of plastic bags tied with ropes. Football was an escape. A brief moment where survival wasn't about hunger or loss, but about skill, joy, and the possibility of something better. By 12, Emeka had a reputation in the neighborhood. His dribbling was sharp, his instinct sharpest. People said he had legs that listened to the ball. But just as his star seemed ready to rise, tragedy struck again. His mother fell ill. An illness they couldn't name, let alone afford to treat. Emeka spent nights at her bedside and days trying to juggle odd jobs with football. When she finally passed, Emeka was left alone, angry, and nearly ready to give up on everything. It was an old schoolteacher, Mr. Obinna, who intervened. He had watched Emeka play barefoot and broken, but brilliant. One afternoon, he pulled him aside. "You cannot throw this gift away. Your mother would not forgive it." Those words lit a stubborn fire in Emeka. He joined a local academy, walking 2 hours barefoot to training, often on an empty stomach. He faced ridicule. Boys with boots laughed at his torn shorts and calloused feet. But when the whistle blew, Emeka silenced them with goals, weaving through defenders like water finding its way through cracks. At 16, his big chance came. Scouts from Lagos were hosting trials. Emeka almost didn't go. He couldn't afford the transport fare. But Mr. Obinna sold his old radio to cover it. That sacrifice gave Emeka a ticket to Lagos and a stage to showcase his hunger. The trial was brutal. Hundreds of boys, all dreaming, all desperate. By the second day, most had been cut. Emeka's name wasn't called. His heart dropped. Was this the end? But then, a twist. One of the strikers got injured, and Emeka was thrown in as a last-minute replacement. Within minutes, he scored twice, each goal bursting with raw determination. The scouts took notice. From there, life turned, slowly, painfully. He joined a Lagos Academy team, then the Nigerian U-17 national squad. He was poor, still struggling to eat, but now he was seen. The world began to whisper his name. The defining moment came 2 years later at the FIFA U-17 World Cup. Nigeria was trailing in the quarterfinal, hope fading. With 10 minutes left, the coach brought on Emeka. Millions watched as he danced past 2 defenders, then blasted the equalizer into the net. In extra time, he scored again, sending Nigeria to the semifinals. Overnight, his story spread across the globe. The boy from Enugu who once hawked groundnuts was now carrying his country on the world stage. Offers came from Europe. For the first time, Emeka stepped on a plane, his eyes wide, his pockets still almost empty, but his future no longer so. In Spain, he signed his first professional contract. The day he received his jersey, he wept, not for himself, but for his mother, for his father, for every hungry night and dusty barefoot game that had led him here. Today, Emeka plays under the brightest lights, but he never forgets where he came from. When asked what drives him, he always says the same thing: "I play for the boy who almost gave up, and for everyone who still dreams on the dusty fields back home."